I'm also here with my Commissioner Operations, Commissioner Lucy Murumbi. As St. John Ambulance, actually our theme is saving lives and serving humanity. At this point, I just want to thank the chairman of the Band Society, Mr. Shaman Saidi, that is Dr. Saidi, esteemed colleagues from the National Disaster Management Unit. We as St. John's, we work very closely with the Kenya Police. We actually came from the Kenya Police when we started. The Kenya Red Cross, who are our colleagues in saving lives, the Fire Department, Ethomed Healthcare and Corporation, Crisis Control East Africa, Kenya Power, and Kenyatta National Hospital, and not forgetting the Metropolitan Services. Good morning, everyone. Before I proceed, I want to give a personal story. In 2014, like everybody, you go to the office, then you get a call from your house help. Mtoto amechomeka. And the first thing you do is you run home. So I went home and I found my nanny was preparing water for bathing. And as usual, she poured the hot water in the basin and was going to get the cold water, and the child entered the water. And of course, at that time, this was in 2014, first aid had not taken its root in this country. And most mothers, you don't know what to do. Your household doesn't know what to do. As St. John now, part of what we are doing, we are trying to get every person, and especially the nannies, to know how to do first aid. Of course, to cut the long story short, we went to the hospital across the road. We were there for 2 weeks. We were not getting better. And we ended up here in Kenyatta, the Burns unit. Interestingly enough, we were not even admitted. When I brought my daughter, the plastic surgeon, the late Dr. Tanga, told me, wewe baki huko nje, you want to deal with this kid, then you go home. And the kid cried and cried and cried. I don't know what they were doing inside there. But when they came out, she got the burns were on the hands. She was all bandaged up. They told me, go home, come back after 1 week. When I came back after 1 week, this side was healed. That is the magic of Kenyatta. I came back after another week, 2 weeks, both the hands were healed. So these are the issues that we are dealing with as mothers. And as first aiders in St. John, we also teach on managing fire disasters and being fire marshals. As St. John's, we are proud to have partnered with the Burns Society on the Fire Safety and Burns Awareness Week for the past few years, with statistics stating that one burn incident happens in every 60 seconds. This campaign is one of utmost importance. At St. John, our core business is first aid, with our mandate being fire responders. A majority of our incidents occur within the home setup, and a good portion of them are burns related. With COVID pandemic, having put a majority of households out of steady income, this has taken a huge toll on family dynamics and led to an increase in gender-based violence. The situation is no longer unique to only one gender, but both genders are affected. Unfortunately, whether in form of dry burns, scars, or even chemical burns, are the most common mediums through which gender-based violence is perpetuated. Ambulance calls that we receive at St. John's, with a majority of patients requiring hospital care. In gender-based violence, children are either a collateral victims or intended victims, and hence are part of the statistics when it comes to burns casualties. It is thus up to us to join forces and not only preach safe procedures when it comes to handling flammable items, but to also advocate for an end to gender-based violence. On the first item, St. John holds fire marshals training, where members of the public are invited to learn about fire safety. It is also important that St. John plays its part in the fight against gender-based violence by doing our best to raise awareness on the importance of building a society that is based on respect and consideration. This will assist in building stable family units. In other words, in the words of this year's theme, tuzingatie usalama wa jamii. Having had the privilege to listen to the burn survivors give testimonies on their experience, I can safely say that this campaign is both life-saving and life-changing. I would like to commend all the shareholders and members who have come together to make this a success and encourage them to keep up the good work. Asanteni sana.